So the Prime Minister was till 3:30 a.m. discussing seats, which will be the candidates for the Lok Sabha elections. That is the level of effort which is going and the level of method which has gone into the BJP first list of candidates, which is expected to have over 100 names. Of course, the Prime Minister's name at the top from fighting from Varanasi. But Pallavi, the hot gossip point in Delhi is that और किसको ticket मिल रहा है? Which are the big BJP names? Will there be big surprises? What do you think? What are you picking up?
I think some of the former chief ministers will be asked to contest. Rajya Sabha MPs, they are going to be asked to contest. And basically to make the point that, you know, if you are a leader, you have to be up and about and ready for every kind of battle. There's no such thing as choosing safe options. That's cotton wool existence, which many of our politicians across party lines, Aman, have been following, particularly the Congress party. That is not going to be happening.
Well, I think there will be big names. Obviously, Mr. Amit Shah.
Prime Minister, only Varanasi, because there's this whole gossip. So how far is that true, that he can go in from a southern constituency?
Well, if you see the BJP's politics, the Prime Minister contested from 2 seats in 2014. He did not in 2019. It's hard to predict what the Prime Minister is going to do, but this buzz has been there for very long. That from a South seat, the Prime Minister could contest. Is definitely contesting from Varanasi. If he picks a South seat, you know, remains to be seen. But that will also, I think the larger messaging, if that happens from the BJP, is that look, we are invested in the South. You know, Congress may say we are a Northern heartland party, but look, the Prime Minister is going to contest from the South. If that happens, if that doesn't happen, obviously there are many big BJP names who could be contesting from the South, and we'll see when the list comes out. Obviously, Mr. Amit Shah is going to contest. Mr. Rajnath Singh is going to contest from Lucknow, his traditional seat. The big buzz, I think, is about the seats in Uttar Pradesh, where I believe many MPs could be dropped. There's a lot of buzz about Ghaziabad. Will Mr. VK Singh be dropped? Also, there's a lot of buzz about Madhya Pradesh. Will Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Jyotiraditya Scindia both fight this time for the Lok Sabha election? That is a lot of buzzes there. Similarly, Delhi seats. I think the big surprise could come from the Delhi seats, because the buzz is that BJP could drop many of its Delhi
And also
MPs.
this is one area where also that alliance has finally taken place between APA and Congress. Don't think the BJP cares about that when they're choosing the candidates. Do you think so?
No, that may be a factor because it's happened right towards the end. But I think the BJP is looking at fresh faces for Delhi. You know, some of the MPs, I believe, have not been very active on the field. So, you know, maybe we may see a lot of buzz about Jaishankar. S. Jaishankar contesting from a seat in Delhi, maybe Piyush Goyal, you know, also being given a seat either in Delhi or Mumbai. So that is that lot of buzz is there, because new names will need. Bhupendra Yadav will be fighting, Mansukh Mandavia will be fighting. So all these big ministers, you know, who have not gone to the Rajya Sabha this time now and not been renominated, could be contesting for the Lok Sabha. The BJP is, I think, sending all its generals into the war, you know, into the Lok Sabha battle, that, you know, you all have to lead by example and show the way. And Pallavi, it's very meticulous exercise of also selecting how BJP goes about selecting its candidates. You know, Pallavi will soon reflect how Congress does that. But in the BJP, you know, it started almost 3 months back when the Prime Minister said that, you know, this whole survey was launched on the Namo app. 3 top candidates from each seat were opinion was sought. Who do you think are the 3 top leaders in your constituency? Who should get a ticket? What work has been done in a constituency? A detailed survey. And Pallavi, thousands of responses BJP received. I think the number runs in several lakhs, what I have learned. And that has been very, very meticulously researched by the BJP. After that, of course, the states have sent in their recommendations. It's an assimilation exercise from various inputs. And obviously, at the last moment, there can also be changes. Every seat, I believe, has a panel of 2 to 3 names, but 80-90% cases that happens from the panel. Sometimes it's also outside the panel. So I think the BJP could throw up some surprises. The first list, the second list, which will, I think, cover almost 250 to 70 names, 2 lists combined in the next 10 days or so, will, I think, have the bulk of candidates. Also, the seats, I think, the 160 seats with BJP lost in the last elections. So, you know, these are seats with BJP especially focusing on. Many of these seats are in the southern states. And there, you know, senior ministers were made in charges of those seats. They have visited those seats. They have also given their inputs to the leadership and who is the best candidate to fight. What happens in the Congress then?
Yes, so the Congress is completely an opposite story. But you know, the irony of it is, I remember when Rahul Gandhi had first come in, he had actually started this whole process that, you know, you'd name your candidate. So they had these apps, and the Shakti app, for example, I remember last time round. But it all collapsed because the problem is that there is no one to tell them that, listen, we have to follow this rule. Now this Congress is in a situation which broadcasts the fact that we want to contest on at least 250 plus seats on our own, because on these 250 seats is a state BJP versus Congress fight. But where will you get those 250 candidates? This proposal that, you know, some former CMs like Gehlot and say a T.S. Singhdeo or Bhupesh Baghel should contest Lok Sabha, they are not agreeing. Many Rajya Sabha MPs are not agreeing. There are those who are not even Rajya Sabha and who don't even want to contest the Lok Sabha. So this is a problem. I think the big question, of course, remains is what about Rahul Gandhi himself? See, you have to also walk the talk. Last time round, there was this criticism that you went in for a safe option like Wayanad because you got this sense that you were losing from Amethi. This time round, will you contest from Amethi or not? I was there. I found in Amethi that the organization was extremely weak. It was difficult to even get those crowds. There were empty chairs. It's a reflection of the fact that if you want to contest from Amethi, you've gone there only 3 times in the last 5 years. You have someone like a Smriti Irani who's there every month. She builds a house. You can't decide whether you're going to be contesting from there. Second thing is we are into any day the elections dates may be
Dates could
announced.
be
Right?
announced, yeah.
Your candidates are not even ready. And mind you, it's not that anyone has been told ki, oh, no, you're going to be the candidate, so they are silently preparing. That's also not what has happened. Why not say, will he, won't he? Will Priyanka go to Raebareli? The workers have not been energized. It's a stark contrast to the BJP.
I think, Pallavi, when it comes to Amethi, Raebareli, what I feel, that, if the Gandhis don't contest from Amethi and Raebareli, that could itself send a very bad signal.
Very bad message,
So I think for Rahul Gandhi to contest from Amethi or for Raebareli, say Priyanka Gandhi contest kare or they swap the seats, I think it's a given that the brother and the sister are contesting this time, either from Amethi or from Raebareli. They can't give up their bastions. They give up their bastions. The whole alliance with SP, also comes under question कि अब खुद ही नहीं लड़ रहे हैं तो alliance में आप कैसे effort डालेंगे. So I think that is one issue. Wayanad, again, the left I think has been putting the pressure on Congress to not contest the seat. But will Rahul Gandhi?
But he can always say for the sake
Yeah.
of India Front and coalition have decided not to contest. Why?
But Rahul Gandhi has a mind of his own. I don't think anybody can really convince Rahul Gandhi to contest from Wayanad or not to contest from Wayanad or put pressure on him to not to contest. If he wants to contest, he might as well contest. So I think let's wait on what finally the Congress call is. But one interesting thing that Pallavi says here that the method maybe in the Congress is missing. When the candidate list will come, and this is the party which, going with your backs to the wall in an election like this where Mr. Modi has fixed a target of 370 for the BJP, more the reason for the Congress to declare its seats even earlier, isn't
But
it?
that's the thing, that Congress has always been that very old style kind of running politics, ironically considering that they've been around much, much longer. I mean, those late night release of dates, there's going to be the infighting. Even the Rajya Sabha, when the others have already declared their candidates, Congress was the last one to do so. Till the last, because there's massive infighting. See, the problem with the Congress also is that they don't want to contest, and they also don't want others to contest from within the party, and which is why they don't come out with the names.
But Congress has managed to save its government in Himachal Pradesh.
Yeah, for now.
For now. So
For
I think
now,
DK Shiv Kumar is emerging as a new troubleshooter in the Congress.
Yeah, I only hope that the poor man is able to save his own position in Karnataka because, there's no doubt about the fact that he and his supporters would certainly want him to become the CM.
After pulling off
After
Telangana for Congress and, now
yeah.
flying to Himachal Pradesh and getting the warring factions to at least call for a temporary ceasefire.
Yeah, I mean, getting the joint press conference was not a mean task. So, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I think the litmus test is good, of course, going to be the Lok Sabha elections. But at least for now, you've sent out this message that, Operation Kamal, to use the words of the Congress party, has not been successful.
And I think Himachal Pradesh is a classic example of how maybe the grand old party is not learning from its earlier mistakes, maybe in Punjab or Rajasthan. Chhattisgarh, yeah.
They just want to put a lid on the trouble, not solve it. So it's simmering all the time. Kalko it may emerge again. I will not be too surprised. Like I spoke to Pratibha saying, the language she is speaking is not conciliatory at all. She's called him, jisko governance nahi aata, he should be asked to go. And she said this to the observers. They may not have heard her out, but the fact is that she's going to be a problem for them.
So I think the Himachal story is not by any means over, as Pallavi is saying. It could blow up another, and the tension between Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu and Pratibha Singh camp, his son Vikramaditya Singh, and the Veerbhadra, in fact the Veerbhadra legacy versus this new Congress in Himachal, and we saw that actually when we went to cover Himachal elections 14 months back, Pallavi, we remember even then people speaking about कि वीरभद्र सिंह के नाम पे वोट डल रहा है पर CM कौन बनेगा, and Congress pulled off a surprise in Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. But that, I think what Pallavi is also trying to say the same thing, that be it in Punjab, be it in Chhattisgarh, be it in Rajasthan, and now in Himachal Pradesh, is internal conflicts in the Congress and lack of maybe discipline coming right from the top is affecting governance and affecting the stability of Congress-led governments. Will that also have a ripple effect on the Lok Sabha elections remains to be seen.
Bound to, I think. Yeah.
Bound to. And Himachal seats, BJP seems very confident of retaining. Anurag Thakur could be fighting again from his seat, and Himachal seats also become interesting. Punjab seats become interesting, and whom the BJP will now put up in their first list is the talk of the town. some surprises are surely in store. Maybe a Bollywood A-lister.
Kangana Ranaut, is that what you're indicating?
Akshay Kumar.
Akshay Kumar, yeah.
So who out of the two, or both of them, or one of them?
By the way, Shah Rukh Khan is also a Delhi wala. Because Akshay Kumar says he's a Delhi wala, but Shah Rukh Khan is also a Delhi wala. Guys, that's my fangirl moment.
So Akshay Kumar or Kangana Ranaut, who is the Bollywood A-lister featuring in the BJP list? All eyes are on the BJP list, whom they feel, and the battle for the Lok Sabha is going to get set by next week when the dates for the Lok Sabha will be out, and we'll be back with much more during this election season on Power Circuit. You'll see this show far more often, maybe even twice a week in the coming days. Raman Sharma and Pallavi Ghosh signing off for Power Circuit.
Thank you so much for watching, and do give in your response and feedbacks. Thank you.